Salutations, everyone, and welcome to What Mattered, the show where I tell you what mattered in the news this week. Pokemon Sun and Moon have been officially confirmed as the new Pokemon released for 2016. I cannot wait to play Pokemon S&M. Wait. Oh, hi there. I was just playing my original version of Pokemon Blue on my original Game Boy Color. Oh, those days. Well, those days are back because Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow are now available on the eShop Virtual Console for your 3DS devices. Not only that, but they will be compatible for trading via the Pokemon Bank. So you finally got your hands on all the amazing Pokemon you got as a kid. Well, bam, you can have them all once again, even with Pokemon Sun and Moon also compatible. Wow, this is super old. These batteries expired March 2008. I mean, as a comparison, if you bought a battery today, it would expire in 2025. So, damn, that's old. Pokemon Sun and Moon were officially announced after the trademark leaked a day early, but nonetheless, people are super excited. Except for Zygarde, because Pokemon Z isn't happening, apparently. Even with all the evidence of seeing him in Kuroko magazine, the new forms and all that stuff, it seemed inevitable, but I mean, it has been 3 years, and we have the new Pokemon movie coming out later this year with the first new generation Pokemon, legendary, of course. So we knew it was going to happen either this year or the next year. So it's happening this year, 3 years removed from Pokemon X and Y. A lot of people are excited. Outside of that, we know nothing about it. They just showed us some concept art. We know that it's supposed to be coming out holiday of this year. And people have been, of course, going at it frame by frame, looking at this fire truck with the Blastoise on the back. Be like, oh my god, Squirrel Squad confirmed. And all this crazy stuff, trying to break down all the lore and what, this and this means. We know nothing. We've only seen like some concept art of parts of new Pokemon. So we don't know anything about new legendaries or new starters or what the difference between Sun and Moon are going to be. But I think we can all assume that there's going to be some awesome stuff in store for us. With every new generation of Pokemon comes awesome new things, including, most specifically, new Pokemon, both with the starters, the first bird we encounter, as well as the legendaries, and what kind of weird terrorist organization that's color-coded are we going to be fighting this time? Who knows? We'll find out, hopefully, later this year. Some games have you pay for a season pass for additional content throughout the year after launch, but not Halo 5. As we know, we get free major content from them every single month, and this next installment is called Hammerstorm. It will be bringing back a new variation of Griffball, the fan-favorite RVB-centric multiplayer mode, as well as the addition of the Gravity Hammer to the game, as well as the Halo 1 Combat Evolved pistol. So there's going to be lots of cool multiplayer matches that you can now do in Halo 5. We just got a new Forge mode in the last update, and they also teased us the names of all of the additional content we're going to be getting throughout the rest of the year, including the return of ODST's Firefight mode, which I was a big fan of, and I'm sure many of you were as well. This was the last one in the list, so we don't know when exactly that this Firefight mode will be making a resurgence in the Halo 5 world, but we can be rest assured it's going to be happening eventually this year, as well as amazing new content every single month. The lead role for Netflix's Iron Fist has been casted. Finn Jones, which many of you may know as Loras Tyrell from Game of Thrones, has been casted as the Iron Fist. And of course, the internet went up in arms because they casted a white guy to play a white guy. He's always been Caucasian in the comics, but of course, internet being the internet, decided to, flame war all the things because they didn't cast an Asian or an Asian American to play a traditional Caucasian character. Now, I'm not going to try to inject any common sense into this argument. I just know the facts, as many of you do as well. Regardless, it's a big boon for Mr. Finn Jones. We don't know if this will have any scheduling conflict with Game of Thrones, which the next season is going to be starting up pretty soon. Pretty excited about that. But a huge role for him, titular character in a Marvel Netflix TV show. We don't know where in the schedule that Iron Fist is going to fit. We do know that Luke Cage comes out later this year. We have Daredevil Season 2 coming out very, very soon. And we know that Jessica Jones is going to be getting a second season. And of course, The Defenders at some point in time after that, with of course Iron Fist coming before that. But we don't know if that'll be, you know, during or after Jessica Jones Season 2 or before it, or if Daredevil gets a Season 3 or if Punisher gets a spinoff. We don't know. We do know that he'll be coming out within the next year and a half, I think we can safely say, with Dexter Scott Buck as the showrunner for Iron Fist, as well as with all of the awesome Jessica Jones and Daredevil stuff that we've seen so far. I think we can set the expectations pretty high, because what we've seen so far from the Marvel Netflix universe, pretty darn good. Your March Games for Gold goes as follows. For Xbox One owners, they get Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment and Lords of the Fallen in the latter half of the month. And 360, as well as Xbox One owners via backwards compatibility, will be getting Supreme Commander 2 and Borderlands for free in the month of March. Your March PlayStation Plus free games go as follows. For PlayStation 4, Broforce, the fan-voted game for March, as well as Galaxy will be available for free. PlayStation 3 owners will be getting The Last Guy and Super Stardust HD for free. And as Vita owners will be getting the games Flame Over and Reality Fighters for free. Speaking of Daredevil, the head writer of Daredevil, Stephen S.D. Knight, is now going to be the director of Pacific Rim 2. Ever since last month, when Legendary Studios was purchased by a China-based company, Wanda, they said that they're just going to make all of that stuff happen, including Pacific Rim 2, pushing new IPs as well as already established IPs through Legendary Pictures. And Guillermo del Toro has been behind this the entire time. He will, of course, stick on as a producer. He's been wanting Pacific Rim sequel for a long time, as well as many fans of the Robot v Kaiju fighting extravaganza. This will be D. Knight's directorial debut, so let's see what he can do on the silver screen after dominating the golden... Is it still the gold screen when it's Netflix and not like cable or anything like that? Regardless, Pacific Rim made a lot of money in China, so it only makes sense that once a Chinese-based company bought Legendary, that they would give the go-ahead to a sequel, and fans around the world are rejoicing because they like watching two giant things fight each other. That's just the thing that people like. Anywho, the Blowfish, thank you all for watching What Mattered this week. If you would like to know what matters in the future, hit the subscribe button when these comes out every single Saturday. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.